Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing a story time. And it's about, this is a topic that's dear to my heart that I really don't like talking about. This is my miscarriage story. Okay, so on August 24th, 2015, I was 13 weeks in a day. I had just came back home from North Carolina the day before, which is August 23rd, because I was getting ready to go to my appointment to actually see my baby and to see how far along I actually was. But based off of when I lost my last period, I know I was about 13 weeks because everything coincided with each other and it was adding up perfectly. So I got up, took me a shower, did my morning routine as in brushing my teeth, washed my face, fixed my hair, got dressed. But as I was getting ready to get out the shower, I felt this sharp pain and it came out of nowhere. Because mind you, up until this morning, my pregnancy was fine. Had no issues. Only thing I really had problems with was eating. I would eat some. My mother would make sure I always ate. So I had to make sure I eat. And if I didn't eat, I would throw up. But once I started eating regularly and frequently, I was fine. Have never really had that much morning sickness unless I didn't eat. But I was always tired. My boobs did hurt a lot. And I did have some bit of heartburn and some fullness after I was eating, but I know that I had me some peppermints and drunk lemon water. So based other than that, I was fine. So back to August 24th, 2015. Okay, so that morning, like I said, I got up, took a shower, and was excited, but I was about to get dressed. As I was getting out the shower, I felt a sharp pain to the point where I almost fell inside the tub. I was able to regain my composure and managed to get out the tub. Then I walked to my bed, laid down. I laid down for about 10 minutes. Then I felt the sharp pain was still going as I was laying there, but it wasn't as bad. So I was laying there, and then after the 10 minutes, I felt the urge to have to use the bathroom. So I get up to go to the bathroom, and I sit on the toilet. I felt the urge to push, like something was coming to push, as in, I obviously used the bathroom number two. I thought it was that, so I did that. I heard a plop in the toilet. Then, next you know, out of doing all of that, I end up falling over into the tub. And I was just laying there, just falling into the tub. Then I managed to, after that, I got up and I looked to see what was in the toilet. It was filled with blood. Then I said, well, I seen some blood clots. They were like big. And I seen them inside the toilet. So I happened to dig in the toilet. And lo and behold, I was holding my baby while it was still covered in the sack. The sack was covered in blood. So it was not even a clear sack. It was a red sack, basically covered in blood. And I was bleeding a lot. I called my sister in, and then she called my mom. And basically she confirmed and said, yeah, you had a miscarriage. Mind you, I was in shock, so I didn't really see my baby clearly. I just know I held it, and then I went and put it in a bowl inside the sink and sat it there because I was still bleeding profusely. After that, my sister, she got her kids ready to go to her grandmother's house because I had to go to the hospital because it was an emergency, of course. So the blood managed to stop a little bit, so I had to change my clothes, put on one of those overnight pads and wait till the ambulance came to pick me up. Mind you, this was all like 8 something in the morning because I woke up extra early because I was excited. So this is all before 8:30. By the time my baby came, it was 8:30. So I don't know if I had a boy or a girl. I just know that it was a big enough size. And I saw the head. I just didn't see what was between his legs. So the ambulance came, still in some pain, bleeding a little bit on the pad. I would walk down. I was able to walk, so I didn't really need to stretch or anything. I walked downstairs, got in the ambulance with my baby in the bowl, in a bag, because, I'm still in shock that didn't dawn on me to actually see my baby and whatnot. So that's my first pregnancy, and I was in shock. So I just got that. Me and my sister, we got in the ambulance. We rode to the hospital. As we're riding, there's so many potholes, and each time I hit a pothole, blood gushed out of me with more pain. So I'm just so much antagonizing pain that is like, felt like I was gonna die. The pain was never gonna subside, and I was just like praying to God, just let it be over. So we arrived to the hospital in the emergency part, like 15 minutes later. Then, as I'm laying there on the stretcher, just filling some paperwork, whatever, there's blood just gushing out of me. Every time that urge to push, more blood. I just like, it was unbearable to the fact that, like I said, I felt like I was gonna die. And then, even still, when I got there, I didn't go ask to see my baby because I'm still in shock. This is like, because the pain is what threw me off. I was in so much pain that it felt like I was dying. I end up having to get a D&C, and I had to go upstairs. They prepped me for all of that. I had to go upstairs and get that done. Then after that was done, they took me back downstairs. Mind you, by that time it was already 7 p.m. and I've been there since 9:30 in the morning. It was now 7 p.m. and I couldn't go home unless I showed signs of not bleeding, of the blood slowing down. Because if I was bleeding so profusely, I would have to end up getting a blood transfusion. But good thing my procedure went good and that everything was cleaned out correctly. And that was that. But even still, when I went downstairs, I still didn't ask to see my baby. It didn't click that my baby was out of me and that my baby was gone. So after that, by 8 o'clock, I managed to stop bleeding and I was able to go home. And I didn't really talk about it or anything for 2 days. After 2 days later, that's when I let everybody know that let everybody know around me, friends and family, what happened. Everybody was so supportive and all. But now looking back on it, 3 years later, I now know when I miscarried. I had actually miscarried a few days before the 24th. So I think it was August 20th. Because that day when I was in North Carolina at my mom's house, I had white liquid come out of me twice, big gushes. But it didn't dawn on me that too either because I just thought that it was pee. So me being a first time pregnant person, none of that stuff clicks in your mind what can go wrong. Not thinking of a miscarriage. I've heard of miscarriages, but I did not think that it would happen to me so early. But still to this day, I can never get over the fact that my baby is gone And in remembrance of my baby, I have my tattoo, which says a blue and pink ribbon with a footprint and a heart, and it says 8/24/15. I will always and forever remember my baby, regardless how many kids I have now afterwards, but always be my firstborn. And what if I would have opened the sack and see what my baby looked like? If I would have had a daughter or if I would have had a son? I will never know to this day. So this basically concludes my video. I really have nothing else more to say. Just know that I take it every day, one by one. Even though it's been 3 years, it still hurts like if it was just happened to yesterday. try not to try not to cry, but until then, it just hurts so bad still. Alright, this concludes the rest of this video, and I will be back with another one. Peace.